I'm gonna take is the but if you're gonna be doing this for Halloween, what? Okay. Hello my beautiful babes, what is up? It's Brandi. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited for today's video because it is the first Halloween look I am doing on my channel, and I am so excited. This look was really decided at the last minute because I had bought this new palette and I thought it was like a Halloween type of thing, and I really looked into it and it's not. It's just inspired by fireflies. So instead of doing just a regular eye makeup tutorial, we are going to go full on out because guess what? October is legit right around the corner, and I am just so excited. So today we have a lot of firsts that we're going to be trying. We have the new palette, which is what this entire look is going to be based on. I've never heard of this brand at all. It's the I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I'm probably not. If I'm not, I am so sorry. It's the Moira Never Ending Lights palette, and this is absolutely gorgeous and I can't wait to play with this, as well as the Mehron Professional Face Paint Makeup. Like, look at this bad boy. It's been sitting in my drawer waiting to be played with, waiting for the month of October when I was really gonna finally fully utilize it, as well as the brushes. So I'm so excited for this look as well as all of these firsts. So since there is just so much to do, let's just get right into today's video. So here is the palette again. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love everything about this packaging. Like, it's just absolutely stunning, and these shades, this entire color story, I love it so much. It involves all my favorite colors. We got purple, we got blue, we got green. I am just living for it, and how they laid it out is just absolutely so stunning. Now, as I said before, I've never heard of this brand, and with this palette in particular, it is vegan and cruelty free, so love that. I'm gonna swatch a couple for you guys. This one is so beautiful. It is a black shade, but we have some beautiful like green, gold, purple glitter in there, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, probably not, but they are just absolutely so beautiful. This doesn't have a shade name. It has a little legit firefly for the top, and the bottom has just a crescent moon. So those are the only two that don't really have names. Everything else has a name. Let me swatch this one up here. This is absolutely beautiful, this blue, and they feel really nice. No, oh my gosh, this is so creamy and buttery. This one is called Reckless Love and is absolutely stunning. This one right below it is this beautiful old navy blue, and it's a shimmer, and it's just, the pigmentation in this palette is unreal. And let me swatch one of the mattes. So let me go right next to it. That is pigmented. So this one on my arm is called Every Way. Just so beautiful. These swatches so far are really beautiful, but we all know swatches don't mean anything. It all depends on how they appear on the eyes, how they blend. So let's just get started into the eye look. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to take is this one right over here. It's called Show Off. And I'm just going to apply this on my bling brushes, E11. And I'm going to use this to set my eyelids. Next, I'm going to take this shade over here called Choose Me. Applying that on my E12 brush, I'm going to place this all over my crease. That was a lot more pigmented than I had anticipated. Holy guacamole. Alright. Although the shade is so pigmented, I'm just going to grab a little bit more. Then I'm going to take this shade called Every Way, applying that on my E13 brush. I'm going to, why am I starting with that eye? I never start with that eye. Anyway, grabbing my E13 brush, right? Yes, my E13 brush, I'm going to apply this to the outer half of my crease. Using that same shade, I'm just going to grab my E15 brush and I'm just going to apply this to the outer half of my lid. Next, I'm going to take my JS8 brush and I'm just going to go back and forth, making sure those two shades are blending perfectly together. Grabbing another JS8 brush, I'm going to go back into the shade Show Off, and I'm going to use this to blend out the edges. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my E16 brush and some concealer, and I'm going to be doing a half cut crease. Now that we've cut the crease, I'm going to dip into this shade over here called Reckless Love. And I'm going to be applying that on my E14 brush. And I'm going to place this where we just put the concealer. I'm going to go back in with my E13 brush where we dipped into the shade Every Way. I'm going to use this to blend out the edges, applying that on an E15 brush. I'm going to apply this to the outer half of my lash line. Then I'm going to go back into the shade Choose Me, and I'm going to apply that on my JS12 brush, and I'm going to use this for the inner half of my lash line. Using my JS12 brush, I'm going to go back into the shade Show Off, and I'm going to use this to blend out those edges. Then I'm going to take this shade right over here. It doesn't have a name, it just has a picture of a crescent moon. But anyway, I'm going to be taking this shade and I'm going to be applying that on my JS13 brush. I'm going to use this to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And then to finish off the eye look, I'm going to dip into my Nikita Dragun face palette. I'm going to take this shade over here called Fantasy. It is a beautiful highlighter, and I'm going to apply that on my JS13 brush. I'm going to use this to highlight my brow bone. I'm just going to quickly hop off camera, apply some mascara and false lashes, and then I'll be back to continue the look. Alright you guys, so I am back. I even added a little bit of a winged liner. I thought it would be perfect to complete the look. Also, if you guys are wondering, I am wearing the Kiss Magnetic Lashes in the style Crowd Pleaser. So now I'm going to go in with my E13 brush. I'm going to go back into the shade Every Way. And I'm going to use this to basically contour my face. But I'm going to apply just a little bit, and then I'm gonna slowly build. Now that I look completely crazy, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and I'm just gonna focus on blending out the edges of the contour so it's not as harsh. Now that the edges are completely blended in, I'm going to go over the entire contour and make sure now everything is completely blended in together. Now that that's done, the next shade I'm going to take is this one over here called Midnight Kisses. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush and I'm going to just like pinch it so it can fit into the pan, lightly tap on it, And then that color is going to be our blush. And excuse my voice for cracking. Wow. Sorry. But anyway, as I was saying, this is going to be our blush. And I'm also going to take that color just a little bit, almost like to the temple, just so it fades in, but not completely to the temple. So like halfway. So I'm just gonna go take a little bit of Midnight Kisses and just apply a little bit over here. And then of course just blending it in. Next I'm just going to take my StyleWurks bronzing brush and I'm just going to use this to just help diffuse the edges of my cheeks because they're just a little too harsh. Then the next shade I'm going to take is this beautiful, beautiful baby pink. It is the shade called Thinking of You, and I'm just going to take another cheek brush and I'm just going to apply this right over where we kind of put Midnight Kisses, just to give it some more warmth. Still using that same brush and that shade. I'm just going to take a little bit up on top. Then I'm going to go back in with that bronzing brush. I'm just going to make sure it's all blended out. Then I'm going to take another clean brush and I'm going to go back into my Nikita Dragun face palette and I'm going to take the shade Fantasy. And I'm going to use this to highlight my face. I'm also connecting my brow bone highlight with my cheek highlight, just so it does like a beautiful U. Then for my lips, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild MegaLast matte lipstick in the shade Eerie Onyx. It's just a regular matte black lipstick. We can finally dip into the Mehron makeup face paint, and this bad boy cost me about, I think, $99, and it comes with 30 shades, and this thing is huge, like so big. I'm just gonna quickly like lift it up for you guys so you can get like a quick overview, but like whew, there's a lot of color in here, so I'm very excited that I can finally dip into this palette. I've been waiting so long. So let me put this down and then I'll show you the actual paint brushes. So here are the paint brushes. It came with this cute little bag. I don't know how much this cost me. I would guess, but I probably would be wrong, but I would say maybe like 50s, maybe like a little bit higher, but to be honest, I can't be 100% sure. But it comes with 9 brushes just like this, and I'm so happy that I finally have this because now it'll make my life so much easier when it comes to these bigger makeup looks. Alright, so it says all you need is just a teeny tiny bit of water to activate the paint, so that's what I did. So here goes nothing. I'm just going to be taking some of the black and I'm just going to do like from my neck downwards. So I'm either going to speed this up or I'm just going to cut to the part where it's all done. I don't know yet, but regardless, you're going to see everything when it's completely done in black. If anything, I might just wait to do my arms off camera, but for the most part I'm at least going to do like up to here or like here, but yeah. Alright you guys, so this is what we're looking like at the moment. I only got to like about here in my arms, and that's okay for the moment, so we can just kind of progress with the video, and then once it's done I'll finish doing my arms for a little thumbnail and Instagram. But anyway, now I want to finish the lips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in the Never Ending Lights palette, and I'm going to take this shade, the first shade that we swatched earlier, which is, I'm assuming, a Firefly. And I'm just going to put this on my fingers. And I kind of want to just tap that on my lips a little bit, since now that the lipstick has had plenty of time to dry. So now it's time for the actual fireflies, and I think I'm gonna go between two colors. So I'm gonna go with yellow and then lime, kind of like how it goes like in the inner corner of my eye, going back between both of those. I'm just going to take their 812 brush, and I'm going to slowly begin to do the fireflies. So this is what I've done thus far for the yellow. Now I'm going to dip into the lime and kind of go like in between, but keep most of the clusters like down there. Yeah. Last but not least, I want my body to kind of have like a glow and some highlights. So for that, I'm going to dip back into my face palette from Dragun Beauty, and I'm going to dip back in to Fantasy, and I'm going to load this brush as much as possible and just place it like that. Now that was a lot, but I'm going to take my J.Cat You Glow Baked Highlighter in the shade Crystal Sand. And I'm also gonna apply that like all over my body, because why not? Then for more highlight, I'm gonna dip into my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Blossom Glow. I was looking all over for it, and this is like legit right on there. But I haven't used this highlighter in forever. This was the first highlighter I ever had, and I love it so much. Alright you guys, so this is the final look. I honestly love how it came out so much. However, what I'm not gonna love is me trying to get my entire body cleaned. But regardless, it was totally worth it. I love it so much. As I said in my intro, this look was supposed to be inspired by this palette, which was intentionally supposed to be more towards fireflies inspiration. However, now that I'm looking into the viewfinder, and now that this look is completely done as a whole, it's giving me more extraterrestrial vibes, and that's not exactly where I was going. However, I still love this look, so it went from one thing to the other, but regardless, I love this look so much. And like, look at this highlight. I am legit coated in it. It's probably like all over my floor too, but it is totally worth it. I am living this vibe, this fantasy. I just love it so much. For the new products that I used today, I loved everything. I loved the eyeshadow palette. I love the face and body paint. I love the brushes. I just loved everything about today's video and just today in general and this look. So I'm just very happy overall, and it makes me so excited for the upcoming videos I have for Halloween, and I just can't wait. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, as well as hitting the notification bell. As always, every product used today will be linked down below in the description box. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys!